Hi everyone. August is my birthday month. Therefore, I want to read incredible books. So, what I thought I would do today is I did an audit essentially of my TBR shelf and picked out the books that I think are going to be 5 stars. So, this is essentially a 5-star prediction video. And then at the end, I'm going to pick a book to read and we're going to read it. So, I'm guessing this is going to be the start of like a mini birthday series. So today we're gonna pick one and then the next vlog I'll pick another. Anyway, I'm really excited. So what I'm gonna do now is go over the books that I think are gonna be 5 stars. I am not gonna give you blurbs of anything. I'm just gonna tell you why I think I'm gonna love them and then we'll go from there. I'm so excited. Okay, I am literally surrounded by books. The first one that I have that I think could be a 5-star read is The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson. This is blurred by Alex E. Harrow and Tasha Suri, both authors that I've loved. I don't remember what this book is about. I'll be honest with you. All I know is that everyone loves it. I think there's some sort of competition. I don't really want to know much. Yeah, like there's a competition of who will replace the emperor or something. And then the person that saves the day is like the scholar. It sounds cool. So that's a 5-star prediction actually. I'll just put them back on the shelf here. The next one I have is The Emperor of Gladness by Ocean Vuong. I've kind of made sure that I've stayed a bit unknowing about this book. Every book that I have read from Ocean Vuong, I have loved. Poetry, novel, it doesn't really matter. I absolutely eat it up. I relate to his writing so much. I love everything about it. This I think I haven't read yet because I know it's going to be at least slightly emotionally devastating, but I'm also so looking forward to being able to sit with this book. But yeah, I don't know much about it other than it's about a young man who meets this older woman, maybe in rehab, and their friendship is soul-filling or something. So that's The Emperor of Gladness. Next book is Martyr by Kaveh Akbar. I've just heard so many incredible things about this book. I have heard that it's emotional. I've heard that it's about this man who is kind of like existential potentially, but I'm pretty sure there's like a reflection on his mother and his relationship to his mother, which always gets me. I think that's this one. Anyway, I just know it's going to be beautiful because I definitely knew what it was about when I purchased it. But I like kind of not knowing anything. I like being surprised. It's the best part. So that's Martyr. I wanted to lie and pretend that this isn't a 5-star prediction because I did not want this to be a potential book to choose in the month of August because it's so freaking ginormous. And I don't want to have to dedicate the entire month of August to reading this goddamn book. But at the same time, I don't want to lie to you because I know that every book this author writes, I give 5 stars. And that's The Strength of the Few by James Islington or Islington. I still don't know how to pronounce his last name. This is book 2 in the hierarchy series. The Will of the Many was incredible. And so I know that this is going to be jaw-dropping, insane. I love the way James Islington writes his fantasy. It plays with time. It plays with it. Like you don't know what's happening in the best way. I love it. But yeah, so this I know is going to be incredible, but it's bigger than my face. The next book is a 5-star prediction, and I literally got it today. It's called The Wench by Erin Rivers. It's about a girl who is named Marion. So her dad is a dickhead, betrothed her to like the most evil man in town, and so on her way to get betrothed to this man, she gets kidnapped by Fae called the Merry Men, who are the gang of Robin Hood. And so I think this is a romance between Marion and Robin Hood. Potentially. I don't know. I honestly got it for the the front cover. And I'm like, just based on this alone, 5 stars. So I'm very happy about that. It's just so pretty. And I haven't read anything about like any Robin Hood retellings, to be honest. This one, I also was struck by the cover. This is The Castle and the Cloister by Laura E. Weymouth or Weymouth. This is another today purchase. But there's like the last cloister for the sun goddess, and there are a few different characters who come to this cloister, I think, seeking a better life, and shenanigans happen. It just sounds really cool, and I just really loved it. It kind of honestly gave me, what's that book called? The Mirror Visitor Quartet by Christelle DeBow. The first book is, or DeBoss, I just never know how to say her last name. You know, like The Missing of Claire de Lune, that series. What is the first book? But you know what I'm saying, The Mirror Visitor Quartet. I don't know, it just kind of gave me that vibe. So I had to grab it, and I'm really looking forward to it. His other one is The Wall by Marlon Haushofer. It's about a woman who, it's like dystopian. She goes away with some like friends. They go to town. She's like, where the hell are they? It's been literally forever. She starts walking towards town, and there's like a dome that encloses her in like an area of the forest that she's in. So it's about her surviving by herself, potentially like unknowing whether she's actually like the last person on earth. So I just think that this is the sort of fiction that I love. So potential 5 star. I got this today. Trick Shot by L.A. Jasper. It's a hockey romance. An NHL captain falls in love with a rock star musician. I think it's cute. They fall in love, but like the NHL is NHLing. And like, should we risk it? Like, what's going on kind of thing. It's giving heated rivalry, but like, I just love queer hockey romance overall. I love it so much. So 5 star prediction, because I just need it. Another 5 star prediction is another romance. This is Mate by Allie Hazelwood. I loved Bride so much. Like, I know that this is going to be amazing. If you hear like crying and like little screams in the background, they're my nephews. So I've given like most of Allie Hazelwood's books 5 stars. I love the way that she writes romance, and like Bride was awesome. Like I want paranormal romance to come back, please. So this is the sequel, Mate, and I can't believe I haven't read it yet, but 5 star prediction. Alex E. Harrow's The Everlasting. This just sounds incredible. What is it about? I think it's about just like a true love that stands the test of time. I think it plays with time actually, but I kind of again don't really want to know much about this, only that everyone devours it and loves it, and I can't believe I haven't yet read it. The next one, I don't think I can show the front cover, but it's Hexes of a Deadwood Forest by Agnieszka Spieler. This sounds batshit crazy, and I think the fact that it sounds batshit crazy is a 5 star for me. This woman is horrible, atrocious, does not care about anything, and then somehow gets transported to like the medieval period, where she becomes part of like a cloister of women or something. It just sounds insane. Right up my alley. 5 stars. The next book is Notes of a Crocodile by Chi Maojin. I'm so sorry if I have butchered the pronunciation of this name. I completely forgot to look up how to pronounce it prior to this video. But this is a queer coming of age story. It's translated by Bonnie Huey, and I've only ever heard incredible things about this book. And it's New York Review of Books, and I just know is going to be amazing. So that's Notes of a Crocodile. All I need to know is that it's a queer coming of age. Like literally all I need to know. I love Mona Award. I love Bunny. I still haven't yet read this. This is We Love You, Bunny. This is a prequel sequel to Bunny. This is a really cool edition. Haven't yet read it, but I want to. I'm just really terrified because I loved Bunny so much. But I'm like hopeful that this is a 5-star or close to a 5-star because I love how insane Bunny was. It was just everything that I wanted to read at the time in a book. It was weird. It was feral, full of rage, and super fucking strange. Like you don't know what's real and what's not, which I like in my books. So I don't know who this follows. I think it's Sam. Yeah. So we go back to Sam after she has published her book based on the girls. Is that right? Yeah. So I'm excited. I am excited. So We Love You, Bunny. And then we have another little romance. This is Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. All I need to know about this is there's a talking sword. T. Kingfisher is incredible. I love her. I love her so much. I only really read her like fantasy books. I don't really read her horror books, but she's like basically an automatic buy author. I really love her. So this is kind of, I feel like similar vibes to the Saint of Steel series. Ooh, we have like a fantasy mystery. This is The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. I just think that this sounds so strange. It sounds so strange. I think like the mystery itself is also quite strange. Yeah, an officer is killed when a tree spontaneously erupts from his body. I don't know, it just sounds really weird and fun and like a unique take on a typical like murder mystery, you know? So we have this. Definitely looking forward to this. I have very high hopes for that book. I also have this book from Catherine Prasifka. This is How You Remember It. I read Catherine Prasifka's debut novel a few years ago, which is None of This Is Serious, I believe. And I really, really loved it. So when this came out, I think I pre-ordered it actually, if I remember correctly. This, I think, is told in second person. It's about living life online, identity, and love. I really like the way Catherine Prasifka writes, so I feel like I'm in good hands with this. And she always adds, well, not always, she's only written one book, but in None of This Is Serious, her first book, you didn't expect it, but there was a slight like weirdness to it. Like I wouldn't say maybe like speculative, a slight speculative aspect to it, which was really surprising and kind of added the impact of the story. So we shall see. Another New York Review of Books edition. This is Abigail by Magda Szabo. I read The Door by Magda Szabo, and that was one of my favorite books, if not the favorite book of 2025. So I've decided that every year I will only allow myself to read one Magda Szabo book, and I am thinking that Abigail is going to be my one Magda book of 2026. Again, I don't know what this is about because I don't need to know what it's about. It's about whatever Magda Szabo decides it's about. I just know that I love her writing. I love how she centers women. I just love everything that The Door did. And so I'm looking forward to this. I've only ever heard incredible things about Abigail. I'm guessing it's about someone named Abigail. Yeah. It's about a teenager who grows up in World War II. Gina is the only child of a general, but she's going to a boarding school. Anyway, this is this book. 5-star prediction, definitely, because it's Magda Szabo. The next book everyone loves, and I want to be one of them. This is The Second Death of Locke by V. Alba Volino. I just think based on the cover alone, this has to be incredible. But everyone only ever says incredible things about this book. I don't quite know much about what this book is about. I think it's like a knight. She's a knight and she protects her mage, who is a healer. He's a healer and a protector. And I think, do they fall in love? I don't know. I don't know if it's a love story or just like a fantasy between like just a fantasy novel with no romance. But like, I'm pretty sure, is it a romance? Yeah, an addictive love story. So I'm guessing it is one. But anyway, look how gorgeous this is. I need to read this. The sequel is either coming out later this year or early next year, and I want to be ready. Okay, this is a book I got spontaneously today. This is House of the Beast by Michelle Wong. It sounds strange. It's about this woman named Alma who is forced into a bargain because of her family, and she binds herself to the dread beast, the most fearsome of all. I think the dread beast is a god. And then when her mum dies, Alma turns to revenge and she has a god on her side. A beautiful eldritch monster with starlit hair, the beast that has chosen her. Strange, right? So like, is it a romance or is it just this interesting, weird book? A beguiling tale of strange god, cosmic horrors, and ruinous revenge. I mean, that's kind of what I want. I want something slightly dark and like gripping. So we have this option. The second last book is Vow of Eternal Night by Lily Crozier. This is super cool edition actually. All I know is that it's a vampire romance. Bitch, I'm sat. 5 stars. I want vampires to come back and werewolves, paranormal shit. Like, give me like archangels and angels and demons. Like, let's do it. The last book on my 5-star prediction list is Starling House by Alex E. Harrow, because Alex E. Harrow is that girly. Every book I've read from her, I've given 5 stars, except for her novellas. But this is about a house. Gothic, dark. Hannah loved it, so we trust in Hannah's judgment. And I also think I will love it when I eventually get to actually reading it. I don't know why it's taken me this long to read it. I'm just such a huge mood reader sometimes that I get into my head that I can't read certain books because it just doesn't fit the vibe of my brain at the time. So it's been a while. But yeah, so that's the last 5-star prediction that I have. So you know what that means. It is time to spin the wheel. So I'm going to click on this wheel and we are going to figure out what book I am going to read next. Luckily, I literally just finished the book that I was reading. So it worked out really well. Let's tap to spin. Let me come closer. Oh, super close. Are you ready? Okay. Please don't choose The Strength of the View. Okay, what is it? Ooh! No way! Where the fuck did I put it? This is actually so fun. Okay, we picked The Tainted Cup. So this is the book that was chosen. How exciting. So what I'm going to do is, instead of attaching the reading vlog of this book to this video, I'm going to just make a different video where I read a couple books. Look forward to when I read this. I'm so excited. And then when I finally get to reading that, we can choose another book. I'm so excited. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, friends, for being here with me. I'm going to go start The Tainted Cup, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.